Right, so in today's video, we're going to start preparing this space for the new turf that we're going to be rolling out at the end of the week. Now, if you did see the last video on this lawn, you'll know we sprayed it with Roundup, which contains glyphosate, and effectively what that does is it completely kills the space. You spray it onto the existing plant, it absorbs the glyphosate, and it kills it from the inside out. Now, I do know some people are going to say not all the grass has started to change colour. Just bring you up a little bit closer now, you can see that there's a clear yellowing knocking about across the space. You can see where it's actually starting to die. However, some spaces do look fairly green, and that might almost make you think, well, actually, they're not dead yet, or they're not ready for, you know, this to be cut off. And that's not necessarily the case. The glyphosate is already within the plant. Even if I take the actual leaf off the plant now, it's still being destroyed from the inside, and those roots are slowly being killed effectively. So what I can do today is I can get on this space, I can scalp it right down and get this space nice and ready for the new turf we'll be rolling out. But before we do, let me talk you through step by step exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. So like I just said, we're going to be completely scalping this space to begin with. We're going to be getting on with the lawnmower, cutting it as low as we possibly can to take off as much of that grass plant as humanly possible. And then once we've done that, we're going to scarify the entire space. That's for a few different reasons. The first one is to rip up as much of that dead plant as we possibly can. We want to be ripping out as many of those grass blades, and also as well, I want to be loosening that top layer of soil. Once we've done that, we're going to get on with a hollow tine aerator and take loads of cores out of this space. As many cores as I possibly can. If you can get them 2 inches, an inch apart, even smaller, the better. Because what I want to do is incorporate a lot of air down into that soil. I want to make sure this soil profile is really, really loose. So when the turf actually goes down onto it, the roots have somewhere to go. And then once we've done that, once we've taken the cores out, I'll get on again with the scarifier. I'm going to pulverise them to absolute pieces. Lots of that soil is going to fall back down into those holes, but it's not going to be compacted. It's going to be loose, and like I've just said, it'll be perfect for those roots to find their way down into the space. And it's not just any old turf we're going to be putting down right where I'm stood now. We're going with a bent fescue turf, and again, it's not just any old bent fescue turf, it's proper high grade, high quality stuff. Hence why I've destroyed this space midway through its own small renovation. I overseed it not too long ago. I fertilised it not too long ago. But the lawn that's going to be down on here in the next couple of days is going to absolutely outshine this by a country mile. You may have seen in one of my previous videos, it might be uploaded on the channel, where I've actually done the neighbour's garden with the same turf. I mean, I'm saying that, I've not done it yet. I'm just sort of preempting that into the future, if you get what I mean. So yeah, you might have an idea of what it kind of looks like, but in the next video you're going to see for this space, it's going to be going down, it's going to be looking absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, let's get on with the hater, let's give it a scalp. And that just reveals there how thick the sward actually is. And the answer is not very thick at all. Right, so I've got the scarifier ready to rip this space to bits. You'll notice it's a different day as well, because it was getting late yesterday when I came out to film, and I didn't fancy keeping all the neighbours up with the scarifier because it is pretty large. So yeah, let's get it plugged in. The scarifier beyond an inch of its life this time. Right, so there, it's been scarified. It's absolutely boiling out here. Probably not the best kind of weather to do it in, but nevertheless, it's been scarified. There are some grass plants still left. However, like I said, earlier, the glyphosate's gone down. It's done its thing. It's still within that plant, killing that plant off completely. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, the next thing, I've got the hollow Tine Aerator. I'm going to get on, I'm going to punch as many holes as humanly possible. And then what I will do is all those cores that end up on the top of the soil, I'll be able to pulverise them with the Scarifier. And again, it's a bit of a free top dressing technically. Even if there is little bits of clay in there, it's not an issue, because that clay, even though it's not the best soil in the world, what it can do is retain some moisture. So yeah, let's get on. This is always the worst part. My legs are still killing from the other day when I did the neighbour's one. Granted, it was a much bigger space, but hopefully it doesn't take any longer than half an hour, 40 minutes. And there we go, the lawn has been aerated. I'll be really honest, it's a cracking tool. That tool I've just used to aerate is unbelievable, but I hate using it because honestly, it gets you so tired. My legs are killing, mainly from the other day, but it's so hot out here. I'm sweating cobs, but there is a secret behind not getting blisters, because you'll know from one of my previous videos, I got blisters from using the aerator. But you can see I've got garden gloves on, but below the garden gloves, I've got some Christmas gloves. So there you go. Got a few cotton Christmas gloves knocking about the house. Get them on under your garden gloves. Your hands will be sweating like mad. But I tell you what, they'll be completely and utterly blister free. I mean, other gloves are available. And again, the main reason why I've aerated the space is because it just incorporates a lot of oxygen down into the soil profile, and it's loosening up that soil too. It's providing space for the roots of the new turf to be able to get down further into the soil, to bed themselves in, to get even deeper. And plus we've got all these cores now, which, like I said before, I'm going to pulverise with the Scarifier, and it's going to act as a free top dressing. So let's get the Scarifier back out and give it another couple of times over. Give it a level and we should be done. And there we go. The whole process of prepping the soil ready for turf is complete. You'll have seen then, got on with the lawn Lute just to smooth everything out as much as possible. It's not perfectly flat. I mean, it's as flat and smooth as I can possibly make it at this point. However, I do have 70/30 top dressing in the garage. If anyone's seen any of my previous videos, they'll know that I bought far too much a few months back. So what I can do is, once the lawn is established, I can get on with that. I can make some minor adjustments to the levels, but I'm happy with this for the time being. So the next video on this lawn is going to be the one where we actually get the turf down, and like I've already said, we're going with bent fescue turf. It's going to look unbelievable. Fingers crossed it looks as good as it's being promised to be. And if you'd like to follow along with the rest of this renovation, feel free to subscribe. And I've got loads of other videos at the moment, such as the renovation of this space down at the bottom, where I'm actually seeding a bent fescue lawn from scratch. I mean, at the time of posting this video, this might be old news now. It might be a little bit longer, or a lot longer should I say, than it currently is. I've also got a project on the go similar to this and the neighbour's lawn, and even I'm doing things on the lawns out at the front. But I've got other garden video ideas coming in the future too. So like I said, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. And finally, thanks for watching.